Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this one, we're going to be showing you the mistakes made while bench pressing and what may have you plateaued and help you get to that next level of strength and gains. That being said, the first issue everybody always faces is the actual setup of the movement. So firstly, we're going to make sure that we have ourselves in a comfortable position, okay? First things first is actual bar placement and where you should place your hands on the bar. My personal preference is just past shoulder width apart, so you can see here we have little curvatures in the bar which actually have the rough part. I like to put my hands directly where this starts. This I feel like actually allows me to push with more strength because we're using more anterior delt with this movement. We're also going to make sure we have a slight arch in the spine. We're going to have our feet fully flat on the ground for stability. And we're going to focus on the 4 points of contact. Feet, your bum, your upper back, and your head. I see too many people lifting their head up like this while they bench press, and that's not allowing you to have full stability. We're gonna focus on pinching our shoulder blades in together. That's actually allowing us to drop our elbows back further and push with more power. Now, the worst thing you can do is start off with a weight that's too heavy for you. I want you to take it slowly but surely and start with something light. Now that we have got the actual body structure set up, what happens next is poor warm-up. A lot of people will do a couple of arm rotations and then stack their PR on and go for it. And this is just increasing the risk of injury, which will have you out of bench pressing for months. So instead, what I like to do is a couple of anterior delt warm-ups. We do side raises, we do front raises, we do maybe a light shoulder press before going into the bench press. Then we start off with a light weight, something that we know we will have no struggle with to perfect form, and we will slowly stack the weight on. I would say minimum 2 warm-ups before you go into any type of PR lift. Now, how should you actually press in order for you to get results? Using the setup that we mentioned before, when we take the bar off, we're gonna focus on one thing, bringing it to the lower chest and pressing it straight up from there. Try not go in a curve. I see so many people trying to curve down, hit the rib cage, back up and curve up. Instead, we want to make sure that it's just simple, down and up, down and up. Something I would highly recommend is if you know somebody in the gym or familiar face, or if you're training with your friend, allow somebody to be able to give you a bit of guidance in which the bar should be pushed at if this is one of your first times pressing. Another thing is the understanding of how to progressively overload. A lot of people get it wrong. With progressively overloading, it's important that we have a clear understanding on it. If we are aiming for more strength gains, we will aim between the rep ranges of 3 to 6. If we're aiming for more hypertrophy, I wouldn't even program the bench press in the first place. One, because it's pretty poor movement for hypertrophy. It doesn't actually allow you to get good time under tension. But if you were doing it strictly because you enjoy it, I understand that. For hypertrophy, it'd be anywhere between 8 to 15 reps. So that being said, it's all going to be based around your goal. For today's video, we're going to take strength. So if you were aiming for a 3 to 6 rep range and we actually took this bar and we could only get 6 reps max, that means you have hit your maximum goal and anything after that would exceed it. As soon as you hit the 7th rep, you're gonna make sure you re-rack it, you're gonna put an additional weight on, and you're gonna start to stack that weight up. It's important that we don't fall under the rep range 3 to 6, and we also don't go over it. Going under it is an advocate that it's probably too heavy for you. Going over it is that it's too light and it's time to progressively overload. If you have got to a position where you can bench 2 plates for 6, 7, 8, 10 reps, nobody cares. And the only thing that's doing is actually stunting you from making more progress. Just because you can do 10 reps of 2 plates doesn't make you strong. You need to get stronger. So instead, go for 2 plates, add a 2.5 or a 5 kilo plate to this and actually allow yourself to progressive overload and drop the reps down and try push yourself past that level. Also, avoid 1 rep maxes. This is just my personal opinion because 1 rep maxes aren't actually showing to help you increase anything. If we're aiming for strength gain, 3 reps will do you just fine. A common misunderstanding is that we can put on as much weight as possible, struggle to get 1 rep, blow your chest muscles out, and now you're out for months. How do you feel? Pretty shit. Was it worth it? Absolutely not. So, how often should you train to bench press? For my clientele, I would recommend if they truly enjoy bench press or if they are aiming for more strength progress, they're going to obviously include compound movements like the bench press. Now, a lot of people get wrong, they bench press 3 times a week. What are you doing? I would recommend once per week bench press, including compound lifts just like deadlifts, squats, and bench press. All the days around that, we would focus on more isolation movements to make sure that we're not overworking the muscle groups. If we aim for a PR every 2 weeks, that is worth it. If we aim for a PR every second day, it is truly not. A couple of movements that I would recommend training alongside your bench press and your chest day is something like a flat press machine to help you increase your actual pushing movement. I would recommend adding in shoulders into your day, so side delts, rear delts, and also some form of shoulder press. As well as that, we'd also add in some isolation movements for the chest like incline fly or flat fly. That being said, that will increase your strength all around your chest and your pushing movements, which will correlate into your bench press eventually. It's all about just being consistent and making sure that you show up every single day to do what's necessary. That being said, that will wrap up today's video. I'm going to leave a video here that I would recommend for you to watch next, and also subscribe to the channel up here. And be said, I will see you all in the next one.